Dear brothers and sisters, in my previous video I've shared with you how paganism is reviving and how great is the danger of pagan spirit and superstition coming inside the church and spoiling the Christian faith. And today I want to share with you how the spirit of this world in its social aspect is trying to spoil the church also, okay? And this social aspect can be also summarized as two different poles, okay? One pole is traditionalist, the right, let's say. Another is leftist, okay? It could be liberalism, anarchism, and those things, okay? Modernism and postmodernism. And let's make it simple, okay? Let's make it simple. The Revelation tells us about the beast and the harlot of Babylon, okay? And that the harlot of Babylon is sitting upon the beast. I had a video on this in the past, you can find it. If you don't find it, let me know. So basically the beast would represent dictatorship, authoritarian government, and it would represent control, structure, hierarchy, no human rights, not much freedom, okay? And on the other way, there is this spirit of everything goes. There is no hierarchy, no authority. You are your own authority, etc. Okay. If you want to talk about, say, Christianity, traditional Catholic hierarchy, vertical system would be closer to the beast. Okay. While the Protestant liberalism, whatever, you just interpret the Bible yourself and you want to establish your own sect, okay, that would be on the other spectrum, okay, of this harlot of Babylon. And of course it's intermixing, that's why harlot of Babylon is sitting upon this beast, okay? And if you will, the modern division of the so-called democratic world and so-called authoritarian or socialist or some kind of dictatorship, okay, that would be on the other specter, on the right specter, okay, on the beast specter, if you will. That's why they like to talk about bombs, rockets, etc. Okay, but they also help each other. They work together. Okay. If we don't understand these things, we don't understand how this spirit of this world works, we will become victims of this thing. Okay. So today I want to share with you how this spirit of this world in its two different poles is trying to spoil the church, to penetrate the church, to conquer the church. Okay. And this is the times that we live in. If we don't understand that, we will become victims of that. We won't be true Christians anymore. Okay, so I'm not talking about politics or sociology today. I'm talking about the church and salvation. And if we do want to be true Christians, we need to be in the true church. And we need to protect the church from that kind of spirit. Okay? So, well, first I would share with you a little bit of my experience in the mission in this region. Okay? We are doing mission in the Indian continent also, which would include India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Indonesia, maybe Pakistan, okay, these countries, they used to have a caste system, which is still not completely demolished, okay. And this caste system is something that just more vividly represents what I'm going to talk about. This authoritarian dictatorship, conservative kind of thing. And it was present everywhere, not only in this Indian culture, okay? To some extent, we can see it in the medieval Europe, we can see it in Russia, okay, in Orthodox countries, so-called Orthodox countries. We can see it in China, okay. We can see it everywhere. We can see it in pre-Columbian Americas, okay. We can see that everywhere because the spirit which is behind it is one. It's the same thing, okay. All these temptations of the devil, they are pretty much all the same things, and not much difference exists between these things. So this caste system existed pretty much everywhere, and now the world, this democratic, period, all this. You can call it Enlightenment period, okay. You can call it modernist period, okay, which began pretty much with the Protestant Reformation, okay, and all these bourgeois revolutions, okay. It's pretty much coming to its end. And the new world, what they call this exclusive capitalism or neo-Marxism, no matter what you want to call it, it will look more like a dictatorship. But now everybody is gonna love it, okay? As a matter of fact, people loved Hitler, okay, and many people loved Stalin and Lenin and all those things, okay? So it's going to be something similar. In a true dictatorship, it's not forced. It's not really forced. It's a matter of choice. People love it, okay? People love security. People love, just surrender their will to some godlike leader, okay? Be it Pope, be it, I don't know, Hitler, Stalin, whatever. Okay, but today, again, I'm not talking about politics, okay? Coming back to our discussion, in the church, we have people who submit to either of these poles. Some people think that the more freedom we get, the more individual and self-expression, etc., we get, the less hierarchy, the less the less of those boundaries of tradition we have, the better. Okay, so this is why we have this phenomena like church renewal, what we saw in Russia in 1920s, okay, after the revolution, this fake church, okay, of these revivalists, okay, or all these ecumenist and liberalist movements, okay, all of that is pretty much this spirit of the harlot of Babylon, which thinks that that will save you, that will give you true freedom, and we have it until now, brothers and sisters. This and big time, okay. This is why also the harlot of Babylon and the beast, they have this intercourse, okay. The harlot is sitting upon the beast. And on the other hand, we have people who think that, okay, we need to just go back to medieval times, okay? We need to go back to pre-revolution Russian system, okay? Where we have special status for the priests, okay? we have obedience to authority, we have strict moral values and rules, etc. And pretty much everybody has to, okay, be part of this system and know clearly what his goals are, what he is from. And these people think that that is traditional, that is something that's gonna save the church. So when we actually look into, say, 19th century, and we see saints, what do they say about the church life back then? We find out that they were very critical of this caste-like system in the church. Saint Ignatius Branchininov, he criticized fiercely this social order where whoever became priest because of his family background. Okay, so if you were a priest, your children would have to be, your sons would have to become priests, and basically you have this caste of priests, okay, this Brahman, basically Orthodox Brahmanism. Okay, I hope people know, you guys know what the caste system is, roughly. Okay, it has 4 castes. Okay, it has these Brahmans, the priests, Satriyas, okay, the warriors. It has the Vaishyas, the working people, like artisans, traders, farmers, and also you have the Sudras. Sudras are the lower class. Those are like not slaves, but you could say servants. Okay, people who would clean the house, people who would fix your shoes. Okay, it would be like lower class. Okay, and below that are people who are out of caste system. They are just garbage. Okay, those Dalits. Okay, who are not even worthy of participating in, say, burial service. You cannot do this burial ritual for them because they're just garbage. You just burn them and throw them out. Okay, so into the river, and these people are the lowest, the Dalits. Okay, it's you don't want to communicate with them at all. Okay, according to that worldview. Okay, and they themselves, they believe that they are not people. Okay, that they are garbage. Okay, so pretty much it's going through your mind. Okay, it's not just something that people impose on you. Brothers and sisters, I continue the video, and we're talking about these 2 poles that the spirit of this world is trying to penetrate and secularize, pervert the church. And for us to understand this is as important as it was for the old Israel, for the Jewish people to understand the whole history of Israel. And okay, this is why the Old Testament became the Holy Scripture, because it was through the guidance of God that the Israel could understand what salvation is. And the same worked for the Lord, because all the Gospels are about what happened with Him in this world. And later, the Acts of the Apostles, how the Holy Spirit is guiding the church in this world. And then we have the church history, etc. So our faith is not just about some dogma out there. It's about reality, how the church, we are saved as a church in our journey in this world. Okay, so this is why what I'm talking, what I'm saying now, it's not just some politics, sociology. It pertains to our salvation within the church and our understanding of the Lord's divine plan. Okay, so these two spirits are part of one. Okay, and let us just quickly look into what happened in the church recently, to see how the Spirit is trying to spoil the church from within. And we can look back into the synodal period. Okay, in Russia, after Peter the Great, the government was trying to make the church part of the government. Okay, as was in the Protestant world and also in the Catholic world. So this attempt brought this phenomenon of the caste system, which saints, people who truly were with God, criticized fiercely. We have Saint Ignatius Brincininov, who has criticized this system big time. And we're not Brahmans. Okay? We don't want to be some special high status people, okay, who are supposed to be higher, very special. No, it's contrary to the gospel. Okay, but I'll talk about it later. And many people within the church were fed up with this system, and by the time of the revolution, we had these two revolutions in 1917, the February and October. Okay, and many church people were excited that now many opportunities are coming, that the church can be freed from all these caste-like regulations, etc. And that gave birth to this revivalist church, which was so outlandish. It was so liberalist, and libertarian, I would even say, and progressivist and worldly, that people saw that it's just a bunch of clowns. Okay, and then there was the backlash, okay, to that under Stalin, okay, because the Red Terror, so many people were destroyed. The church was almost destroyed, the real church, okay. That whoever were still alive, okay, they were easily attracted by this promise of stability and safety that they would get within this socialist system, if they get official registration and the government will recognize them. And that happened under Stalin. And this is why this is a problem that we have until now. Okay, so that some people, they think that the church is some very special caste of people. The priests are like Brahmans, okay, and they are really not normal people. Okay, they have these privileges, etc. Okay, and we need to do something with that. Okay. Some people, they slip into this revivalist, this liberalism. They think that they will find salvation there. They won't. Okay, they won't, because that's the heart of Babylon. Okay, so now let us just talk about what is real, what is true, what is true Christianity, true church. We see that the Lord himself said that whoever among you wants to be your head, wants to rule, let him be the lowest servant and the slave of all. In your community, things are not going to be the same as in this secular world. Whoever is the smartest, the quickest, the most ambitious, most aggressive, he will be the king, he will be the ruler. No, among you, it will be not like that. Don't seek power, okay? Leadership. Don't try to become the first, the greatest, the most influential. No, don't do that. But rather, when you are humble, when you humble yourself to zero, below zero, that's when you will receive the grace of the Lord, and that's when you will be able to guide people to the kingdom of heaven. So among you, that's the way. And once there is this way, of course there will be hierarchy in the church, because the church is also a kingdom. And there will be obedience, there will be mutual love between the pastors and those who are the flock, okay, the faithful. And so it's not going to be like democracy kind of thing, anarchy kind of thing. No, but it will be obedience in love, and not through power, through status, through administrative principles, bureaucracy, etc. Okay. It will be not like in this world. You are not just a caste. You are not administrative, bureaucratic organization. No, that's not the church. Okay, because now some people they think that we just revive whatever there was before its revolution. This previous synodal 19th century church is like ideal church. No, by no means. Had its own problems, its own sickness. So we really need to see these two things. Now, some people ask me, what was closer to God? Many people have this nostalgia or this longing for the world before all this modernist chaos, modernist transformation, which broke all traditions, all cultures, all social norms and institutions. Well, we can say that the world before that, no matter we're talking about India, China, or Russia, Europe, no matter what are we talking about, the world, let's say medieval world, okay, it generally, we can say it was closer to God's plan, okay. It was closer in some way, but in some way, no. It was closer in the sense that the morals were there, okay? Loyalty to your family, to your country, to your profession, okay, was there. So the society overall was more healthy than it is now, with these all kinds of anarchy and all those revolutions, all those beast things and harlot things. We have both. They are undermining the very basic moral nature and very basic things within society. Also through the internet, of course. There's so much garbage and poison that is poured out into the hearts and minds of man. It's just crazy. It was never like this in the human history. Okay, but at the same time, The society back then was not salvation. Okay, it was not salvation. It was also capturing people within some kind of box, and most of them they lived in blindness, in blind obedience to views, values, religion. Okay, especially in the pagan world. Okay, which was completely far from Christ, and in the heretic world. And God allowed all that to be dismantled. This is why now the world is different. All this medieval stuff is over. Okay, so we cannot really say that it was bringing people to salvation. No. So this change that happened in the world, it brought new opportunities for the testimony, for the mission, for you, for the church, for you and me to express our faith, to share it with everyone else. And this is what we need to do. We need to live in the world which we have, and not just have complaints why everything is so terrible, so chaotic, etc. Or seek refuge in some traditionalism, conservatism, trying to revive the 18th century stuff. No, salvation is in Christ, and we need to seek Him, and we need to penetrate into the wisdom of the gospel, and only that can help us avoid all kinds of temptations, no matter if they're coming from right or from the left. Okay, so I'm repeating these things over and over in different ways, so that you truly can penetrate and see how the spirit of this world is trying to blind the people in different ways, so that us true Christians would not be blinded. Okay, would not be part of the system. Okay, be in this world but be out, not be part of this world, not belong to this world. May the Lord give each and every one of you His blessing, His wisdom, His freedom, and prevent us from slipping into all kinds of temptations, traps, and not to accuse. If you see Christians, priests, bishops who are within this system, don't accuse them. Okay, don't judge them. Okay, just pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for the whole church. And if we become better Christians, the whole church will be healthier. The church will do a better testimony of the truth to the whole world. I mean, God bless, brothers and sisters.